Hello, I'm HG10 and welcome to my channel. This is the first episode of a YouTube farm sim let's play series. Never done anything like this before. Trying to play realistic, but yeah, I'm not a farmer. I can only go off what I see around me, and yeah, just trying to have a bit of fun really, and hopefully you enjoy it. So we're on Bally Spring here. I'll show you on the map. We've got this farm here, which is just up from the store. What I've done is removed a lot of the, well, pretty much all the original buildings that were on this particular farm on the standard map, replaced them with my own setup and the layout, put in a couple of extra roadways and sort of tracks and things. And this is all kind of in the idea of making a farm that's close to what I see near where I live. I live in Lancashire. Spend a lot of time in the Lake District, see a lot of farms up in the lakes, dairy farms in particular, and just kind of wanted to make a farm that felt a bit like one of those really. So yeah, so I'll give you a bit of a tour around and we'll go and have a look. So this is obviously the main entrance. This is our little farmhouse here. Got some chickens, just sort of free range there. Got old farm dog. He's here somewhere. Here he is. So yeah, gone for the Cavernaland row. Got the old class quadrant square baler there as well for hay, that kind of thing. Slightly smaller bales. We've also got a old school Heston baler, which I'll show you in a bit as well, but this is the main one we use for baling our hay. Covered silage pit here. Nothing in this yet. That'll be one of the first jobs to do this spring. Probably around May time we'll cut some of those grass fields and get this full. I've got a friend of mine who's probably going to join me on a multiplayer session and help me do some of that silage cutting around May time, so we'll see how that works. Not sure how we're gonna get that to work yet, but hopefully that should be fun to do. Around the back here we've got these two calf sheds, so obviously nothing in them yet. Cows haven't calved. I've been playing this game since I set it up for around about just over a year. You can see they're year 2. So the cows are probably due to calve June time, I think. So when they do, we'll probably get them into this calving shed and get them some milk and things. Get them in there for a couple of months, and then we'll move them back out to the field once they're a little bit older, around sort of heifer age. Coming around the back here, this is where the muck pile is, the midden. So with it being just coming out of winter, cows aren't out of the sheds, they're not in the field. So that's one of the jobs we'll have to do shortly, is get this muck carted away, clear out the midden, get it carted and piled. Got the old 250 as a scraper tractor there. I'll show you the cow sheds in a minute. Telehandler bucket. And this Gilbert Helios muck spreader, which I've not used yet, but looks pretty good. So yeah, 390T with a muck grab on, just helps when we're cleaning out the sheds. This also gets used as row crop, it's like spraying tractor. When we come to spray and fertile on the fields, we just change the wheels over to do that. Old Salop trailer here. This is our muck carting trailer. So yeah, knackered old trailer. One of our round bale grabs. I think that one's for the front loader on one of the tractors we've got. And then these over here are telehandler implements for the similar sort of thing. Seven, 8, 10 there. 175 horsepower-ish. Probably our most yeah, I think this is our most modern tractor on the farm. So about 1998, I think. We use this for sort of carting or muck spreading. But yeah, that's that one. I'm a big old school Ford tractor fan, so we've got a 7810 here in the shed. This, as you can see, has been on the feed mixer through the winter. These need a bit of a clean at some point and get that sorted. So that's what that has been busy doing through the winter. Obviously, yeah, this is our bale shed, so we've got hay at the back that we've got left, and we've got loads of these Heston straw bales last season, so, and didn't actually get through them because we've not got that many calves yet. So when we bale this year, we may keep a few, but we might end up selling a few, to be fair, make a bit of extra money until we move them down, but we'll see. In this shed, we've got this old 7710 here. Front loader tractor, so I use this for loading bales out in fields onto the trailers. But this has spent the winter on this straw blower, and again coming into spring now, so we'll get that unhitched at some point and move it off. This is the Heston baler I was telling you about. Wonderful mod from 4D Modding. Really interesting to watch it working. The detail is incredible. So yeah, well worth a watch there when we're doing that later on. And then this is our beast on the farm, TW35, 192 horsepower, the most powerful tractor we've got at the moment. And I think even if we've got a more powerful tractor, I'd still keep that just because it's awesome. What a piece of kit. So we'd probably use this for, yeah, attach it to that Heston over there, use it for sort of any big tillage work we've got to do, ploughing, cultivating. This beast will be out working those fields for us, so yeah. These are our grain silos, so just found on Mod Hub really, something a bit more old school looking, but yeah. We have got some barley wheat which I forgot to sell at the ideal time, so I'll probably get that carted soon, at least before harvest starts anyway, and make sure that we've got some space when we come to do harvest this year. Got the new 4D Modding Major slurry tanker there. Awesome mod. Used it so far for a bit of tanking from the shed to our storage there. Yeah, awesome mod. All this stuff is just brilliant, especially if you want British farms and British farm equipment. Really good. So on the map, this is I was showing you one of the farm tracks I've put in. This takes us down to some of our hay fields and grass fields a bit further down. We'll take a bit of a trek down there in a bit. This is one of our fields, ploughed and kind of ready to cultivate really. Not done anything with that yet. It's probably a spring job we'll look at over the coming series and see where we get to. Just over there we're looking into the sun, so you can't really see it at the minute, but there is a castle, and that is what gives name to the farm. So this farm is Castlerigg Farm. Sort of, it is a let's play, but role playing it being in the Lake District. So yeah, Castlerigg obviously meaning Castle Ridge, and that is what that refers to. So yeah, that is why we are Castlerigg Farm. Round the back here, back of these sheds, this is our main grain trailer. So yeah, AW trailer from I think IJ Creative, brilliant modder. Seems to be doing some really incredible stuff. So if you haven't checked any of their stuff out, give it a look on Mod Hub. Some fantastic stuff. So got cultivator, this old Dowswell plough, Macaulay flatbed if we need to, cart anything sort of machine wise over anywhere. We use this one. Donnelly silage trailer, so got shipped over from Ireland. Does the job for us anyway, so that's what that one is. Red Rock bale trailer, obviously, of course. Proper old school cedar. So yeah, This is a John Deere mower. I can't remember who this is by again, and I'm really sorry if any of the guys ever watched this, but it's either Fast Farming or IJ Creative. But yeah, a brilliant mod. Do like using this. Just a chain harrow for any small little weeds we have. Roller, obviously, sprayer, Eiffel Williams trailer mod, converted from I think FS19. It was originally by Dale's Farmer, but converted by Mark Thor. So big thanks to him for getting us that back. And then obviously you've got the Parkland accumulator for the Heston baler. So this is just a space around the back of our sheds where I put a lot of the equipment we haven't got room for in the rest of the farm. So as you can see, it's kind of small setup we've got, but that's really what I wanted. And yeah, forgot to mention this is our 8210. This is my favourite Ford tractor, I would say. Just looks an absolute beast. Really, really cool. And also where my handle comes from. We got the personalised plate there. So the cow shed. These are the slatted cow sheds by Sully. I've just sort of fixed them back to back, so you get 2 spaces there for the cows and a central sort of feeding aisle. I also put these gates in around as well, so we can simulate, you know, like when these go out to pasture in the next episode, well, later on in this episode, sorry, we will have these gates open, so we could potentially, you know, if they wanted to, they could come and go from the sheds throughout the spring and summer, really. But these all shut and sort of try to make little isolating pens and stuff like that. So again, just, you know, try to make it as realistic as possible, really, I suppose. So in terms of cows at the moment, we have, I think it's 25. Yeah, 25 heifers. They are 2 months away from calving, and it'll be their first calf. So we haven't got milk yet, but we will be getting milk, I imagine, in the next month or so. Got the automatic milk sale model on, so we'll simulate our milk being picked up by a dairy and taken away and sold for us. But these guys should be providing us with our income relatively soon. And yeah, I'll take you down to some of our fields now. One other thing I forgot to show you guys there, just over here you've got fur spreader and hay bob, and then we have this little 4-tracks quad bike with the animal cane on the back. We just use that for moving the animals around the different pastures and things, so that's where that is. We do also have a little, I think it's a Series 3 Land Rover, but it's just a way having a new, I forget what they're doing. I think they're putting a new, I think it's some new injectors or something into it. It wasn't firing properly, so we've had that gone away at the garage. It's just being looked at the minute, so yeah. Hopefully that is back soon by the next episode for you to see. So what we'll do for now is we'll just jump in the old 250, and I'll take you to some of the fields. So yeah, this little pathway is what I put in myself. Just on the right here is one of our grazing fields. So the main grazing field, which is attached to the cow shed there, that is where the cows will spend most of spring and summer this year, chomping away at all that lovely grass. Nice view of the castle on the hill there. Not sure when it was built, but Nice little view all the same. So just get out that tractor. It's quite noisy. This is one of our hay meadows. So as you can see, we're looking not too bad in terms of manure and nitrogen. We put a nice layer of slurry on this just before winter. So hopefully when we come to do our first hay cut, sort of June, July, this is all yielding nicely. And then we're probably going to need to put some lime on this, I would imagine, at some point this year too. Yeah, I do apologise if the sound balancing isn't great yet. I'm still working out what that should be and what it should look like, so I'll try and get that sorted in the next episode if I need to. And obviously leave me some comments if you think it needs to be a bit quieter or whatever. Okay. So this here is one of our crop fields. So we are currently growing a bit of OSR, oilseed rape, in our fields. So this before was a barley field. So OSR is the next one in our rotation. If I just go to here, I can show you what our rotation looks like. So we've got, we go barley, canola, wheat, fallow for a year, grass, fallow again for a year, and then back again. I have no idea if that would be a good thing in real life. I am just going off what the numbers say in the game, and just trying to simulate as real as I can get it, I suppose, really. But any thoughts and comments on that, please do let me know. So, yeah. One of our smaller OSR fields, this, to be fair. Across here, I'll just jump this gate. This is a what field? This one. This was our wheat field. So year before, I think this was fallow. I think. So we've gone back to, or it might have been. Oh, sorry, no, it was OSR. Sorry, yeah. Yeah. So OSR was growing in here a year before. And we've now got some wheat in here. So all these fields are going to need to be sprayed at some point in the next couple of weeks, really, so that we're nice and peak nitrogen before harvest. I'll leave the 250 there for a second and just have a run up here. So yeah, another one of our fields. This is another OSR field. Yeah, sort of backs onto that one there, really. You can see. And then you can see up towards the farm there and the cow pasture. We do have a grass field here, which is mainly our sort of main silage field. I'll take you up to that one another time when we're ready to cut it in May time, before we do our grass silage it's like first cut. I'll show you what that field looks like when we go and mow it, but it's nothing really special. It's just a big old grass field. So yeah, I'll take you up here and show you some of these fields up here, and what we're dealing with. So yeah, as I say, we are on Ballyspring. I am trying to roleplay it as a farm in the Lake District. I did speak with the guys at Air Agri Modding about that, and they seem happy with that, which is cool. So yeah, it just sort of suits. Yeah, it just really suits the. It really sort of suits the landscape that you get around the Lake District and what that looks and feels like. So this is why I've based myself here, really. So yeah, this was a wheat field which we harvested last year, and this is now lying fallow. And then I think we're going to restart the rotation on this one. So yeah, fallow this year, and then we'll stick some grass in probably after harvest time. I think you have to leave it until after harvest for it to register as being fallow for a year. So at some point we'll come down here and we'll probably mulch it, get rid of some of these weeds, and then throw some manure on it. Probably where I'm going to cart some of that muck pile, to be fair, down here. But yeah, throw some manure on it and then plough it up, cultivate it, stick some grass in. But yeah, bit of a while to wait on that one yet. So this is the other side of our wheat field from the top end, and our OSR field here. And then another sort of hay meadow there for us, or pasture. And we head down here. We've got two fields just down the road here, which I bought them both, and then when we ploughed it I combined them, so we have like a nice L-shaped field. Again, there's nothing in that yet. It's going to need as I drive all over the road, it's going to need I'll go here for now. No, I'll get a bit further off. Let's get that just here. That'll do. Yeah, so we took both of these and we combined them. So it was that one down there and this one, and made it into a nice big L-shaped field. So this was previously fallow, so we'll probably stick some barley in, spring barley, round about, well, any time now really, I guess. April, May, chuck that in, and yeah, I think that's all our fields, to be honest. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's another couple of fields at the farm which I'll show you, but they're mainly grass pastures which I'll be using for hay meadows or silage bales if we need them to. So as I say, we're only a small farm. We don't have our own combine, we don't have our own shovel. I mean, the most I have for that sort of thing is a silage trailer. So yeah, we rely a lot on contractor work to get a lot of that stuff done. Luckily, we have a friend of ours who lives not too far from here, sort of on the border up with Scotland way. It's Barton's Limited. They come down and help us do a lot of our combining, so at harvest time they'll be busy helping us out. They'll also come down with their chopper, help us get the harvest in when the time's right for that too. So yeah, at some point we can take a head up there and I can show you what their farm looks like, which will be cool. Oh, dog's in the field. What's he doing? Dylan, what are you doing? Dylan, get out of here. Come on. Come with me. Good boy. Daft dog. Daft as a brush. Friendly as anything. absolutely useless at work, aren't you? Hey? Hey, this old Fergie has sat here a long time. It doesn't currently work. It might be a little restoration project that we do at some point. But it's been sat here a long time, bit worn out, bit knackered. Dylan likes it, likes to sit under it. Again, daft dog, balmy. But yeah, it does need a fair bit of work. So we'll see how we go with it, and maybe we can get that going at some point. But you've got to have an old grey Fergie, haven't you? So, I think what we'll do is, we're the 1st of April. I should explain, we're using Maize Plus, and we have the enhanced animal system on as well. So the cows eat a lot, a hell of a lot. We're alright at the moment because we've only got 25, as I say, but as soon as we start getting calves in, and those calves become heifers, our food consumption is going to go through the roof, so we're going to need all the grass and silage and hay we can get. So at the moment, even though we've got a stockpile of it, that is rapidly going to go down at some point in the future. So we're using 6-day seasons, just to help us with some of that feeding when we get more cows in. Here comes Dylan again. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we're using 6-day seasons, and just to help us with that feeding, sort of the amount we have to feed and how often we have to do it and things. So we're April the 1st at the moment, so I think what we'll do is we're 4:45, so we'll probably leave the cows in for tonight, and then I'm going to sleep now, be back in a minute. We'll get them out into the grazing pasture first thing in the morning on the old quad, and get them out now for the rest of the year, because they've been cooped up in here for months. They're ready to go out, as you can hear, shouting at me. And then we'll do some of that muck carting, I think, and get some of these jobs done. I don't know what I'm going to do with jobs, whether I'm going to time lapse or show you them, because I know some people like to watch it all, some people like to see a time lapse, so I'll just kind of decide what I'm going to do in the edit, and then once you've seen it, leave me some comments. I think what you think I should do in the future, if you want to see more, if you want to see less, and I'll adapt it, because I really just want this for people to enjoy and watch, and chill you out, relax you. So yeah, let's go. Morning, guys. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. The joys of being a dairy farmer. But Dylan's always there. Look, he's always ready. Half dog at the moment. Let's give him his breakfast. He is actually very good with the chickens. He knows, he's well trained, that he shouldn't be chasing chickens or chicks or eating eggs, and he shouldn't be running through silage shed walls, even though it is a superpower of his. Daft dog. Right, let's get some of this work done. Okay, so it is 8 degrees. I've checked the weather. It's a bit cloudy at the minute, but I think it's going to get sunny again, and we should be fine. We can get the cows out now into the fields. I'm willing to whisk it for a biscuit. So we'll get the quad out and get them out. Okay, so remember, close the feeding alley off. Okay, just jump that. Close this one. Okay. We'll get the quad. Right. Okay, there we go. Our 25 heifers are now out in the pasture. Which means, I think what we'll probably do, let's have a look. Yeah. We're going to need to scrape this and clean these sheds out as well at some point. So I'll probably work away and do that now. Load that into the thing. And then we'll do a bit of carting, and I think we'll call it a day for that. So yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit.
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we like what we saw. Seems so strong until it falls, the final straw. Oh, I never felt like this before. When I was trapped, you showed an open door. Living in a dark, clouded haze, we danced, we fought. We were bound to make mistakes, real love, we thought. But it was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. I never felt like this before. When I was trapped, you showed an open door. I had no reason to complain. I didn't have the words to explain.
Okay, so that is our sheds scraped and cleaned, hopefully for the last time. until the next winter. There we go. So, cows are all happy enough now, out in the field grazing away. Like I say, we'll leave that gate open there, so in theory, like they would in real life, if they want to do, you can come and go from the shed to the pasture. And that is all set up for them now. So we'll leave them to it. And we have now got to do some muck carting. So we'll get on that next. Okay guys, well, I'm going to make this the last load for this video because it's been a while, and there'll have been mainly some time-lapsing of me doing that muck carting and things. So I'll jump in this John Deere and take this last load down to the field. I just wanted to say thanks very much for coming by and watching. Hopefully you'll come again and see how we progress on the farm. Couple of things to note. You may have already seen that in the top right hand corner it says £6 million in the bank account. That isn't correct. That is money I've forgotten to remove while I was building the farm up before the start of the series to get all the buildings in place. So next time we start, that will be a lot more realistic. There'll be a lot less in that bank account, and we got to make our money. And yeah, as I've said, you know, I'm not a real farmer. There are limitations in the game. I don't know if I'm doing things the right way or not. What I would really appreciate is if people can give me some feedback. How could I do things better? Anything you really liked? What did you not like? And I'll try my best to incorporate it, because for me, I enjoy playing games, particularly sim games, obviously, as realistic as possible. You know, that's how I want to play. I want to play like I see and watch the farmers where I live locally just doing their jobs. You know, I don't come from that background. I don't haven't had the opportunity to do it. This is as close as I'm going to get to doing a job like that. So, yeah. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.